Libra, they wear their sunglasses at night so they can watch you weave and breathe your storylines, but don't get it twisted. Don't switch the blade on the guy in shades. Oh no, I can't believe it, 'cause you got it made with the guy in shades. Oh no. Libra, welcome to your love reading. Your energy is really interesting right now. That's a song by Corey Hart. That goes like way back now. That's like 80s. That's like Generation X energy. That is the message, man. As I was dropping into your energy, you got somebody who's keeping an eye on you, Libra, all right? Ooh, and it's interesting. Where's your banner? Your banner's gone missing here. Let's make no mistake about it. Let's make sure everybody knows who we're talking about here. We are talking about Libra, all right? We're talking about Libra, all right? And Libra is at that south node, okay? So the energy is very interesting right now for Libra. There's a lot you're balancing out here. This is for any significant Libra placement. Oh, yeah, you know, there's something going on here. I have to say, we got 2 of coins upright, all right? And we got 9 of coins in reverse, all right? Somebody feels like you're being a bit selfish. You're hogging all your energy to yourself, man. You're not sharing any of it, you know? Can you help the guy in shades out, man? It's really interesting energy, Libra, okay? There's this piece about really being in the flow of just sort of playing right now, wanting to have fun, tired of all this seriousness. And I got this specific phrase that came in, and it was follow the fun. The abundance will come in terms of just your life opening up for you. And I think maybe you've kind of been keeping a lot contained for a while. There might be somebody else, okay, that has their eye on you, somebody who's feeling you, but they wear their sunglasses even at night because they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know they keep their eye on you. There's something about the story you weave, all right? You may not even realize you're weaving a particular story with this character here. Maybe they feel like a character in your story. Interesting. Perhaps they are. Perhaps not. Anything's possible. All right, this is for any significant Libra placement, or if you have a prominent placement in that 7th house. Likewise, if you're an Aries rising, that makes you a Libra descendant. And you'll likely find a lot of resonance with this read. I also have to say, I have to tell you, the collective will probably resonate with these messages on some level, just because Libra's in that south node. We do got Venusian energy from the center, yeah, so it's about to get lit. It's about to get lit. And you may need your sunglasses, Libra. It's about to get lit. You may be in the spotlight in some way. There might be a little, did you hear? Did you hear about Libra? This is the energy around you. I do feel like you're moving into a time of greater options. I think you're feeling a little sassy pants, I have to tell you, okay? Little sassy pants, a little fancy pants, perhaps. Maybe you're dealing with a fancy pants type, okay? They got their panties in a bunch. We're gonna just dive into this energy, Libra. I like it though, I have to say. I even put on red. Red's my favorite color. I feel like your fire is more forward. I feel like you're getting more back into your element. You're ready to put yourself out there again. You know, you're ready to be seen, and you're ready to, you know, meet and greet, you know, see what's out there, okay? Just dip the toes in, test the temperature. You might also be just really enjoying, you know, being in your own energy, being in that place of playfulness, in some cases coquettishness, okay? I like it, actually, I really do. I mean, this is where Libra's energy shines, you know? I think you've been in more of the war sort of energy of Venus. You might have been a bit more slam than lamb. I mean, I take that with that line in the Corey Hart song, don't switch the blade on the guy in shade. So no, don't you cut me off. Who do you think you are, Libra? Because you got it made with the guy in shade. But they think you don't think so. And they're going to prove you wrong because just like, you know, Corey Hart wears the sunglasses at night, he also will never surrender, man. So there's something about this, okay? This is probably going to speak to the Gen X set quite a bit. If you're not Gen X, then what I would say is go and check out. I mean, I saw when I was looking up the lyrics to the song, I saw that there's some cover of it. No, you gotta listen to the original. You know, the full-on cheesy synth original, man. You can't. You gotta have the full like roots experience of the song. You know, it's funny because with Never Surrender, I always say. I'm with Corey Hart on that one. You know, I don't like surrender. You know, forget surrendering. I'll release, I'll let go, I'll give over, I'll move forward, I'll move on. But I'm not going to surrender. You know what surrender means? It means that you give something up in duress. And ain't nobody got time for that, okay? Ain't nobody forcing anybody to do anything. And I think that's kind of where you're at. I think people think you're being a little bit like focused more on yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, Libra. I think it's kind of like you're trying to balance yourself out right now. Okay? But you do got somebody watching you. They may be watching you online, all right? They may have people kind of like checking up on you, maybe, you know, just sort of like doing a little bit of intel. They might be getting to a place where they're sort of ready to, you know, put some feelers out there, see if you'll bite. They kind of think that you might, you know, you might reel them in, you know. They might get caught on your hook. Okay. Okay. But are you baiting this person? They may feel you are. Maybe you are. Maybe you're not. Maybe it's just fun. Maybe it's just banter. Why does everything have to be so serious? Why so serious? Libra says. 8:08 on the clock. Angel number of being on the right track. Whatever you're doing, Libra, keep at it because look where it's leading you to this beautiful 10 of Cups energy. Oh, but there's 3 sirens here in the depths. And they're looking at this joining, this union, these two that are meant to share the path, and they're plotting a demise. This could be a particular fella here and a couple of his wenches, I have to say. All right. Maybe you don't just have one pair of sunglasses on you, Libra. You might have a few. All right, what's coming in here for Libra in love and romance? Who's feeling Libra? Corey could be significant. Heart could be significant. Somebody wants to, you know, hit you right in the heart, just like they feel you did to them. I don't think that's true, though. I call balderdash, okay? I feel like there's been games that have been played. I think maybe Libra in the past, you used to participate in games that were not of your liking, and now you're like, and just as I said that, there's the devil, okay? Knight of Swords. Oh, yeah? You want to play a game? Yeah, that's your energy. Yeah, I think you like stimulation, okay? You are an air sign. You like stimulation, you like lively conversations, you like witty banter, you know. You have a lot of fun with that, okay? You like word play. A lot of you resonate with the idea of being a sapiosexual, okay? You really like intelligence. That actually turns you on a lot more, okay? But there is a little bit of a dicey element here with the devil, I have to say. Okay? And there could be a temptation, all right? Sort of like really throw caution to the wind. And I was drawn to the Tarot of the Divine for you. And I feel like I was drawn to the Tarot of the Divine with you because, first of all, I think a lot depends on timing. Timing is everything with you. 10:40 on the clock. Timing is everything for you. It's the timing that brings the gifts. So don't question the timing. Where you might have the impulse to sort of like try to poke and prod something or rush ahead, or maybe rush to conclusions, rush to certain assumptions and matters of the heart just because of experiences you've had before. You could, you know, kind of sabotage yourself in this way, because I do feel like there's a lot that is to discover here in the subconscious. Okay, I do feel like there's a lot that you're healing here. You might, you know, feel like you've suffered enough. You want to rise above this. This is an interesting energy. Remember? Oh, where did it go? I think I just integrated it back into the deck. What happened there? Okay. Oh, wow. These two cards flipped out of the deck and they landed on top of this card here. What is this? Queen of Clubs. A charismatic woman in a position of power. Maybe somebody feels that where they used to have the upper hand in a romantic dalliance or attraction, or maybe you used to be part of this person's little love triangle. Maybe they're beginning to realize that you don't feel like you need to subject yourself to that anymore. No, I mean, I feel like you've risen above something here. There's something you had to digest. I think you were very brave about it, actually. You went right into the belly of the beast with whatever you were feeling here. And I do feel like, you know, they see that you're just about on the other side of this process of like finding your way through the lost woods. The lost woods. Interesting. Lost woods. Lost woods. There's a message there. You might need to go back into the wood to reclaim something that was left behind. And it could be connected to a Leo. Or is that really the case? I have to say, is that really the case? Okay? Because I see that you're moving forward. You're feeling like in your energy, kind of back to yourself. And I also see that you also feel hopeful here. And look, here you are. You're in the clear. You've already moved out of that dark wood. You're in the clear. And you're looking at your destiny. And maybe you're waiting, you know? You're waiting to align with soulmate. I don't think you're really looking for options, though there may be some romantic options that are going to start presenting themselves to you. I think you're looking for soulmate vibes. Oh, absolutely, with the Lovers here. And there is a love connection here. It's a bit Beauty and the Beast. So the two of you may be like an odd pairing in some way. One of you is like high society. The other of you is more like working class. One of you is very refined. The other is a little rough around the edges, you know. One of you is traditional. The other's eccentric. You know, it's got these kind of vibes, okay? And there is some kind of choice that needs to be made here. And an action does need to be taken. Big spear of Lu energy with the 6 of Wands here. Look at that, right? It does involve taking action. You may come from different backgrounds, okay? This could be, you know, different cultural backgrounds. And because of that, there's a little bit of a divide there. Something that's kept you apart. I don't know why, but it's got like West Side Story vibes to me. Anyway, I feel like maybe you had somebody who was in competition with you here. I say that because we have the 7 of Swords with the Coyote, right? And there's a little shadow play here, right? This person's bark is worse than their bite. The bite is non-existent. This person likes to sneak around. They like to play tricks. They like to throw stones, hide their hands. It could have been one of those creatures from the depths, you know, that are sort of like looking at where you're heading or where somebody is heading towards you. This could be one of those temptresses, you know, coming forward to try to lure you back into the dark wood when you've already transformed something here. I feel like you're in a place where you're done with tricky stuff. You're done with shadow boxing. You're done with trying to figure out, you know, what's going on, how somebody feels for you. I don't think you're going to tolerate that anymore. You're done with that. And I think that's why some people may feel you're being selfish or just focused on yourself, and they don't like that. They want you to get back into this dynamic because there's a certain kind of heat that's generated there, let's say, okay? I do feel like there could be somebody in this situation, whoever is at the top of this little, you know, it feels like, you know, a group of people that are familiar with each other. This could be that you just run in the same social circles. This could be that you're actually like aware of each other, or that you share connections with each other. For some of you, you know, there's friends you have that are connected to this lover, or there's family you have that are connected to this lover. Okay, or there's just something here, all right, and there's an issue with this coming together. And I do feel like there's like kind of tricks that are being thrown on your path. Maybe somebody is taking the breadcrumbs that you left behind, you know, to find your way into that clearing, out to the beautiful night sky where you can look up and see all the stars, and you feel that sense of expansiveness again after a time of really feeling like you were just fumbling your way through a long passage. And they might try to like rope you in and get you caught back up again so they can snuff out the light that is just starting to shine through for you. You see this? Look at those 3 cups with the 5 of cups here. Do you see? There's somebody who's going down here, okay? And they want to pull you down with them. They're like, look, if I can't have it, no one can. Okay, so there could be some kind of dynamic going on here. We have the Page of Cups. Right? Look, there's that rabbit medicine, trickster medicine. Okay, so somebody's going to approach you here. Could be a water sign energy, doesn't have to be. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's somebody who's coming forward friendly. I feel that. Okay, I don't feel like this is like some big romantic offer. All right, I think this person is here to tie you up in a knot again. Okay. Some of you may have suspected binding work. I feel like the cord has been cut on that. You don't want to get tangled back into this web. For others of you, it's like getting involved in the situation or allowing this back in pulls you back into this place of being tied up in knots, not able to move forward. There could be a little dungeon master in connection to this for those of you who really walk on the wild side, I have to say. All right. Maybe you decided that you didn't want to be submissive anymore. Just bringing that in. Real side note, but I needed to bring it in. I have to say where it feels not right. And with that, excuse me, there's blockage coming in there. Somebody's actively working against this, actively working against it right now. Do you see? All right. They're trying to prevent that flight up to the north node. I say north node because the geese, they represent Capricorn. Ooh, did you see that block? There could be a Capricorn connected with this because it was 20 on the clock. Okay, you don't need to wait for the 2020 vision. You can get it right now. Capricorn is also associated with the north node spot, you know, the north position on the cardinal cross. Only right now we got, you know, Aries is up in the north, okay? There could be an Aries in connection to this situation. And just as I look behind that card, what do we got? You in your energy. Look at you. You know? I think that you are feeling just fine. I think there is something that's been restored here for you. And I think that you're going to cut off any BS because you already balanced out a certain level of karma here at, you know, that South Node. And you are ready. You know, you closed up an old cycle and this new beginning is coming in for you. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, okay? And it brings 2 cups. 2 come together here. Now, not for all of you, okay? But for some of you, this could be, you know, the way that, you know, there could be some kind of disagreement or some kind of dogmatic division or some kind of issues with family or some kind of cultural beliefs. You could be of the same sex, right? Not all of you, okay? But I speak to everybody here at BroadCoven, right? There ain't nothing wrong with loving who you love, all right? So that is the case for some of you. For others of you, your spirituality is very different, you know? Maybe one of you tends more toward a kind of like wild, like left-hand type of path. And the other of you is more focused on building the light. It's interesting. One of you is more comfortable working in the shadow. One of you is more comfortable working in the light. And maybe there's something about that in the joining together, 22:11 on the clock, there is a balance that takes place. And maybe something's not being seen accurately in this situation. Maybe there's some kind of misunderstanding there. 22:22 on the clock to 22:23. There's a change coming here. Okay, new kind of perspective. New kind of perspective. But there is somebody here who's trying to sabotage this. This may be somebody who likes to work with the Egyptian gods, right? They feel some disappointment here. I'm also getting this piece that this could be like a really, really deeply entrenched sort of like Akashic Records loop situation here, okay? All right, I'm going to go ahead and do a cut of the deck, and then I'm going to pull out some clarification with the Shadow Light cards. 9 of Cups. I think right now you're just doing what feels good to you, okay? Yeah, you are enjoying yourself. You want to have some fun. Things have been really heavy for a long time. You want to laugh, you want to play. So a lot of you may be more prone to saying, oh yeah, you know, I'd be interested in going on a date or, you know, maybe trying something new in terms of meeting people, you know, going to like an open mic or, you know, going to some kind of maybe a place where there's some kind of creativity going on, like art and wine, you know, where you paint something and you have wine and hors d'oeuvres and you chit chat and you get to know people, you know. I think you're just looking to have new experiences, maybe even get out and about and meet people that are different from you, right? Some of you recently moved, and wherever you moved, you know, it's like it's a whole new like community. There's a lot more diversity where you're at too, and so you're really wanting to get out in the flow of that. And that might be the very thing that, you know, puts you in the path of the person you're meant to connect with, okay? Look at this. And there's something that's being closed here, and I feel like it's being closed really successfully with the world, right? And there's 2 here that are celebrating this. It's interesting. Some of you may have native ancestry, okay? This is really interesting too. Look at this. Those are angel trumpets. They're beautiful, but they're poisonous. So I do feel like there is a connection that you are bringing to a close. And it may have been something that was very enticing, very alluring, but you know that this thing is poison to you. You know, you could go on this loop again, but it'll head you down that garden path. And then you're going to be back in the wild wood, in the dark, trying to find your way through. And I think you've already been doing that for quite a long time. So I think it's time to sort of like, you know, step into the light, have some fun. I do feel summer love vibes coming in here for you, okay? But what you're bringing to a close, potentially something with an Aquarius, Scorpio, a Taurus, or a Leo, all right? Or there could be somebody that was connected to this person of one of those signs. Doesn't have to be, all right? But this person may be breaking away from one of those characters. You may be, or this person coming onto your path may be, all right? So it should be interesting. But where you feel like, you know, things have been kind of like slow, or maybe you've been in a bit of a drought and things have seen just a bit of a grind, I think soon you're going to have some options. You're going to be spoiled for choice here. I just got kid in a candy store. Okay, Libra. Well, let's go ahead and get some of this energy in. Yeah, look at this. We got 6 of clubs coming up in the shadow, okay? So I have to say that somebody here is very, what's the right word? I have to use the right word. It's a very specific word. They're vexed by this. They're vexed by this. And I have to say, this person is pretty adamant about that's not the way this story is supposed to go. Right? We got the 10 of diamonds here. Okay. This is 10th house activation. There's something about they want to be in that position. They saw themselves in that position. This could be this Queen of Clubs in the shadow. One of these options. Okay. This could be one of this person's options. This could be somebody that you know. Somebody that you know who wants to go into battle a little bit around this. I don't think that you're going to engage, though, with the 4 of spades here. You already gave this a rest, clearly. All right. What is the intention of this Queen of Clubs in the shadow? Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Leo came in really strongly, okay? Queen of Clubs in the shadow can be a mistress energy. So this may have been somebody who was competitive with you in the past, okay? It could have been the source of what caused you to walk away from whatever this is you're closing out here. More shadow influence. Yeah, I mean, I think somebody sort of said, nope, I'm going to cut ahead in line here, you know? This is mine, okay, with the 5 of diamonds coming up in the shadow. But you already knew that there was something going on behind your back. You felt it. You felt it. You felt like whoever you were romantically involved with wasn't being honest. And I do feel like you're actively protecting yourself from this particular character. You may feel that this person has sort of like had a little bit of that Malocchio action going on, a little bit of that evil eye, you know, keeping a little bit too much of an eye on things that should be hidden from their view, all right? They may have breached security in some ways too, to get a view on what's going on with you and your situation. This could be online. This could be catfish accounts. This could be having other people spy on you. This could be, you know, other compromising situations, maybe even actually like maybe somebody is adept at tech, okay? I have to bring it in. But I feel like something is intimate to you and somebody doesn't have any business being a part of it, and certainly not now, all right? I'm speaking to Libras that are free and free to do as they wish, you know? I'm not talking to Libras that are in committed relationship right now. This is about who's feeling you and what's coming up in love and romance. This is not about committed relationships necessarily. And if you are in a committed relationship and you're tuning into this, you could be having somebody that's approaching you that's super tempting, very tempting, okay? And if you go down that road, you're gonna lose out really big, okay? So you need to be mindful of this because you shouldn't head in this direction. And in fact, you really should be looking at if that's the case, okay? For the Libras that are in a committed relationship that are dropping in on this. it's about not keeping secrets. There's something that needs to be aired out here if that's where you're at, okay? I mean, South Node action is all about transforming unhealthy behaviors, right? So this is coming in. I don't feel like that is for the majority of you, though, because the energy feels so light and playful, okay? This is more of a kind of like a little bit of a vengeful energy, I have to say. I think you did open your road. This is how it really comes across, you know, in terms of, for most of you. I feel like you were in a situation where you recognized this was going on, something was hidden from you. You may have even gotten receipts about it at one point, so you decided to pull out of a connection, out of an arrangement. You went your own way. You may have really felt like it was a huge loss for you at the time, but as more that was hidden came to light, and I feel like there is more that will come to light for you. You recognize that you were fine with walking away because you couldn't see a way forward in this situation. You also just didn't want to deal with a particular individual here, but there's something here that's very significant. And this energy has come in around Libra before, okay? There's something here about, it's like, there's that movie, it's called Single White Female, where actually, you know, this woman gets very obsessed with her friend to the point where she almost wants to like take over her life, okay? And so I feel like this has been sort of like trailing you. Like this person is still trailing you. Like they don't understand that you're not even looking in that direction anymore. It's like, let's say that this person ended up like walking away with a prize because it feels like this person's kind of like competitive, okay? And let's say they ended up, you know, connecting with your lover, all right? And they were doing it on the sly, and maybe, you know, you even were friends at the time or something, and this person was engaging with your lover behind your back, okay? And they got off on that. They got off on being able to like pull something over on you, have this little secret. It made them feel like they had a certain level of power over you. But I think you saw this, like your intuition kicked something off and it let you know something's not right. And maybe there was some kind of ending that happened in that connection and you knew right away why. You knew why. You already knew. You already had the signs. They want you to still be entangled in this, do you see? Because it's a case where it's like, if you're not wanting what this, you know, lover on the side wants, if you're not, in other words, competing for the same thing, all the passion's gone, the thrill's gone in the connection. And in fact, there may have been like a cold front that came in, you know, they may have, you know, ran off with your man here, okay, or your woman, right, whatever, you know. I don't think you were viewing that person as property, though. It's like, I think you were like, okay, go, you know, go. If that's where you want to go, go. And it's because you already sensed the secrecy, the trickery, the deception, okay? So you were the one. You know, in a lot of cases, 33, 55, you were the one that was sidelined, okay? Or put on the back burner. Or maybe they just thought, you know, they could keep the door open just a little bit, you know, still to have it in. But I feel like you shut that door because you're like, no, no. And because you're no longer competing for this, now all of a sudden, it's an interesting kind of energy operating here. Like the triad depends on depends on your involvement, because now that you're not interested and you're like, no, yeah, it's cool, I'll go my own way, that's fine, you can have it. Now it's not desirable. Now it's not desirable. Now all the fun's gone. Okay. It's interesting how that came up. Follow the fun, the abundance will come. Oh, okay. So maybe they're looking for that passion to come back in. They're looking for that spark to come back in. And they're trying to find it. They're trying to find it through you by roping you back in. Be aware, okay? And in fact, I have to say, whoever the person you were with like stepped out on you for, or, you know, whoever they chose over you or whatever, I feel like, you know, they're seeing a different side of this person. I got spoiled, petulant. This person is like a brat. That's what I just heard. They're a brat. They're a brat. You know, very demanding, argumentative. They're a brat. And there's more fighting than there is making love. And maybe they know you're a lover, not a fighter, Libra. And so they're hoping that you'll move out of your war mode and you know, let them back in for another go. But they know what they did back there, and they know they have to come forward with answers. They don't necessarily want to do that, right? Which is why they wear their sunglasses. And they try to look for clues from you to let them know that it's safe for them to advance. Okay, any more details here? Any more details here? Then I'm going to do a cut in the deck and call it good. I think this is pretty clear. I mean, we got fire sign energy out here. We had the fixed sign energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We had air sign energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius strong. We did have a little introduction of Cups energy. Okay, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Scorpio strong. Leo strong. I'm just trying to think of all the indications. And we had Taurus show up. Okay, so there could be any of these characters connected to this situation. Assign roles as you need to. You know what part those signs are playing. All right. I do feel like somebody's coming forward to communicate with you. All right. I think this person's been thinking about what they want to say for a long time, and they're ready to come up and out with it. They're hoping to turn this around. They're hoping you let them back in. All right. They are. Look at this. There you are. Queen of Spades. Okay. You're like, okay, look. And the Five of Diamonds, you know, where there was that loss before. Okay. What came to an end? You see how it comes in here? The Five of Diamonds to the Ace of Spades in the shadow. Okay. They're coming in. The Jack of Spades is coming in. Five of Diamonds. Okay. And I'm like, I want to turn this around. In some cases, this is you, right? In some cases, this is you. I have to say. Will you let me back in? I'll be a good girl. For some of you, it's you, okay? For some of you, it's you, okay? But not all of you. I think you're more about, look, you can approach me, you can communicate, but I want answers, okay? I want answers. And maybe we need to kind of talk things out before I'm going to open up my heart here, right? So your heart might be a little bit cold right now. I don't think you got on the rose-colored glasses, Libra, which is interesting because the whole glasses theme came in. I don't think you got on the rose-colored glasses, Libra, but I think, you know, maybe you should put them on. Yeah. You know, get a different view of this situation, okay? Get a different view rather than just focusing on everything that happened back there, you know. Maybe, you know, let down the blocks just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit, all right? Just a little bit. So you can get some answers you need about a particular joker that's been thwarting things for too long on social media. You see? Maybe you got to do a little detective work yourself, okay? So let this person approach, all right? Because they might be able to give you some information that you really need in this situation. Let me see what we got here. Yep. Go ahead. Let them approach. Let them approach, all right? Go ahead and take down the guards, all right? You can handle this. You're already really decided that you're not going to get entangled back in another mess, okay? So there's something that it feels like it does need to be closed out here. I think it's a view, okay? It's a view, and it's a view that's connected to a particular crew, I just heard, okay? There's something that does need to be settled here. And I don't think that you're going to move forward. Whoever this person is that's coming your way, you know something really shady happened back there, okay? Really shady. Might have gone down online for those of you that are in business, whatever went down online too. Whatever got stirred up with this lover, this whole like soap opera here. It could have also it could have been hard on your 10th house. You know what I'm saying? It could have caused losses for you financially. It could have caused losses for your business. Like something needs to be cleared up here, all right? It does. It needs to be cleared up here. And I see you're pretty adamant about that. You're not going to get roped back into this. Maybe this person's also going to reach out to you and be like, hey, you know, why haven't you been like on Facebook? Like, haven't seen you on social media much, you know, what's going on? Maybe you realize that you shouldn't be like so open, you know, you have to think twice before you post certain things or share certain aspects of yourself. Maybe because you recognize that, you know, when you've done that, sort of shot you in the foot, a lot of gossip resulted, okay, caused problems. Also, I think this is like maybe somebody may be baiting you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, blocks with that, okay? Somebody may be baiting you. They may be like kind of coming forward and sort of saying things like, you know, disrupt your peace, sort of like poke at you, maybe actually poke you. I just saw something, ironically, I'm not going to go into that, but I just saw something on YouTube the other day talking about Facebook's bringing poking back. Okay, so it's got that kind of energy. They want to rope you back into the same kind of mess that you went down, back there, okay? So you do need to be alive to this. I think you could be dealing with just about anyone with this energy, I have to say, so you'll know who it relates to. Don't take the bait, okay? Because you're just about to bring things into balance here. I think you would be wise to, you know, get any answers you need, hear this person out. If for anything, just to sort of like set the record straight, okay? But this is balanced out, okay? This is balanced out. And you got something different coming in for you. In fact, I think you're going to hear some good news, all right? Some good news. News you'll be happy to receive. All right, so be on the lookout for this. This looks like a drama you could get sucked back into. I really recommend you just take things light, breezy, easy right now. Have some fun. You know, drop any kind of serious processing around matters of the heart. Haven't you had enough, Libra? Just have a good time, all right? Just have a good time. And never surrender, giving up your dreams, giving up the things that are important to you. Don't compromise those things, you know? Just let it go. Keep it moving, keep it flowing. I don't think you're going to have a problem with it.